Another day, another lawsuit in the crypto world, but this time the trial involves the largest crypto exchange in the world, Coinbase. The exchange has been under pressure because of XRP Ripple, but something incredible happened. Coinbase is defending XRP with all its might. And what's more, they're going to pump the price to new heights. Experts say the price could explode to $15,000. Pretty cool, right? Let's break it down. It will blow your mind. Disclaimer. Ripple's XRP is back in the legal spotlight, but this time it's not Ripple that's on trial, it's Coinbase. And while that might sound like a setback, it could actually pave the way for a price rally that catches everyone off guard. Tyler Winklevoss, co-founder of Gemini, has stepped into the conversation with a pointed critique of Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield, who recently filed a lawsuit accusing Coinbase of offering unregistered securities, including XRP, through its main platform and Prime service. This move has reignited regulatory debates that many in the crypto space believed were already put to rest. Winklevoss didn't mince words. In a post that quickly gained traction across X, he wrote, "Maybe Oregon's AG didn't get the memo." A U.S. federal judge already ruled that XRP is not a security. He called the lawsuit not only misguided, but a waste of taxpayer money, even suggesting that the Attorney General should be impeached for defying clear legal precedent. So why is Oregon now trying to reopen the case at the state level? The state's Department of Justice claims it's stepping in due to what it calls a regulatory vacuum left by what it sees as federal inaction during the previous administration. But for many in the industry, this explanation doesn't hold up. The SEC has already dropped its lawsuits against Ripple, Coinbase, and several other crypto firms, signaling a broader shift in the regulatory tone. Oregon's insistence on moving forward feels not only out of sync, it feels like a political move wrapped in legal justification. Coinbase, unsurprisingly, is not backing down. In fact, just days after the lawsuit was filed, it announced the expansion of its XRP offerings by launching XRP futures contracts on its derivatives platform. That's not a company retreating under legal fire. That's a company doubling down. Coinbase's legal team, led by Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal, has expressed clear frustration. Grewal stated that the complaint ignores the facts, the law, and the court rulings that already exist, suggesting that this isn't about protecting investors, it's about power plays. The irony here is thick. Just a year ago, XRP Ripple coin was being delisted from major exchanges due to the SEC's aggressive posture. Now, with that storm weathered and Ripple standing tall, Coinbase is expanding XRP's visibility in a move that could bring fresh liquidity and attention to the token. History has shown us what happens when regulatory clouds lift. XRP can soar. When Ripple secured its partial court victory in 2023, XRP nearly doubled in value in less than the 24 hours. This latest drama might just be the beginning of another upswing. Futures contracts bring institutional traders into the mix. They offer leverage, hedging tools, and a signal of maturity in a token's market development. Coinbase listing XRP futures sends a message to big players. XRP isn't just back, it's becoming a core asset once again. Tyler Winklevoss's vocal defense of XRP underscores the growing frustration across the industry. Leaders are tired of fragmented regulation and state-level battles that contradict federal court rulings. But at the same time, these tensions could become the pressure that launches XRP to new heights. As Ripple's case demonstrated, adversity often sharpens the focus. And when it clears, the rebound can be explosive. But it gets even crazier. Experts believe we're on the edge of a move so big it'll shock even longtime holders. And no, this isn't just hype. What's happening behind the scenes could trigger one of the most unexpected price surges we've seen in years. So Ripple Oracle recently shared a tweet that resonates deeply with the growing sentiment in the XRP community. The history of XRP is repeating. This line, while simple, speaks volumes about the cyclical nature of the asset's rise, fall, and rise again. XRP has been through intense volatility in the past, but the next chapter might be radically different. This time, due to its increasing utility and adoption in global finance, while some still view XRP as a speculative asset, there's a shift happening. People like King Karen have staked a bold claim. We will be XRP millionaires in 2025. There's something undeniably enticing about this, especially when you consider the changes happening in the industry and the rising momentum surrounding Ripple's legal battles with the SEC case seemingly in Ripple's rearview mirror. Could 2025 be the year when XRP goes mainstream? But it doesn't stop there. The bold predictions about XRP's future keep coming, some of which are impossible to ignore. Steph, once a skeptic, admitted in a recent tweet, "I admit it. I was wrong about XRP all along. We won't hit $30 this cycle, we will hit 100. This is a significant shift for a person who once doubted XRP's potential, now seeing a much higher ceiling than originally anticipated. When people who have been critical of XRP start changing their tune, it sends a powerful message to the market about the asset's long-term potential. Then there's Jack the Rippler, a known figure in the XRP community, who made a jaw-dropping prediction, XRP to $1,000 before the end of 2030. This might sound far-fetched to some, but Jack's statement represents the type of bold thinking that defines the XRP community. A 1,000 XRP by 2030 isn't impossible, particularly if you consider how global adoption and increased use cases might play out in the coming years. But it's XRP Consultant's tweet that really grabs your attention. He said, "Most will cash out at $10, but I'm not most people. I'm here for 10,000 XRP. I know what I hold." This sentiment is representative of a growing belief among some XRP holders that the token's value isn't limited to speculative trading. XRP could potentially become a cornerstone of global financial infrastructure, and its price might reflect that kind of utility. A recent revelation by a Ripple executive only fuels these predictions further. According to the XRP guy, a high-ranking Ripple figure shared a scenario in which XRP could eventually reach a staggering $15,000 per token. The key point here is not that XRP will be held at a price like $15,000, but that the token could enable vast amounts of capital to flow through global markets with XRP acting as the medium of exchange. This shift in perspective places the focus on how XRP is used, rather than how much it is worth on a chart at any given moment. Skeptics may scoff, but many Ripple supporters are already seeing this scenario as not just a possibility, but an inevitability. What's clear from all of this is that XRP is more than just a cryptocurrency. It's evolving into a powerful tool that could reshape how money flows across the globe. As its utility grows, so too will its price, potentially in ways that we can't even fully predict yet. Whether or not XRP ever hits $15,000 per token is uncertain, but what's undeniable is that its future is looking brighter than ever. If you've been holding on, the best could still be yet to come. But here's what most people don't know. Behind the scenes, Ripple is making massive moves in Asia. We just uncovered a game-changing partnership that could be the key to hitting that $15,000 target. And trust me, this bullish signal is unlike anything you've seen before. So Ripple's global adoption is about to take a giant leap forward, and it could have a profound impact on the price of XRP. The latest development comes from Japan, where XRP has now been integrated into Mercoin, a cryptocurrency platform operated by Mercari, one of the country's largest and most popular resale marketplaces. This means that XRP is now available to a massive 20 million users, bringing the cryptocurrency directly to the fingertips of everyday Japanese consumers. What's even more interesting is how seamlessly XRP is being integrated into a platform that people already use for daily activities. For as little as 1 Japanese yen, users can trade XRP using existing balances, points, or bank transfers. This effortless access is a far cry from the complexities typically associated with cryptocurrency, and it's making XRP more approachable than ever before. As Emi Yoshua, the senior director at Ripple, noted, "This integration could make XRP the most user-friendly cryptocurrency in Japan. It's now part of the same ecosystem people use for everyday purchases, much like any other consumer good." Japan has always been a critical market for Ripple and XRP. Ripple has long enjoyed strong ties with SBI Holdings, one of the largest financial institutions in Japan. SBI has actively promoted XRP in various forms, including its use in cross-border payments, on-demand liquidity services, and even paying for things like used cars. This partnership has established XRP as not just a speculative asset, but a tool with real-world applications in Japan's financial ecosystem. Now, with the addition of XRP to Mercoin, this utility is expanded even further into the hands of everyday consumers. The key here is accessibility. XRP is no longer just for the financial sector or seasoned crypto traders. Thanks to Mercoin, it is now a few taps away for millions of everyday users. This shift in accessibility is a game changer. It's like Ripple is planting seeds for mass adoption in a market that already embraces digital payments. For investors and enthusiasts, this means that XRP's use case is no longer confined to niche financial services. It is moving into the mainstream. As global adopt, TN continues to grow, the utility of XRP becomes clearer and more robust. The Japanese market alone could become a significant driver for the token's price, particularly as more users interact with it in their everyday transactions. When you consider how Ripple is positioning XRP in other regions and how it is integrated into financial systems globally, the future of the token looks increasingly bright. This widespread adoption, particularly in key markets like Japan, could set the stage for XRP to become a cornerstone of global financial interoperability. As Ripple continues to build partnerships and expand its ecosystem, the liquidity and use cases for XRP will increase, pushing the price higher. Many experts are already speculating about the potential for XRP to hit astronomical numbers, with some even predicting a future price of $15,000 per token. While that might seem outlandish to some, the foundation for such a rise is being laid right now with each new integration and partnership. And of course, we can't ignore the whales, but this time it's even more intriguing. Huge transfers of XRP are happening between Ripple's partners. This isn't just any typical movement. It's a massive bullish signal that you absolutely can't afford to miss. Trust me, what's happening here could be the key to XRP's next big leap. So, a colossal transaction recently stunned the crypto community, sending over 65 million XRP from the Bitstamp exchange to an unidentified wallet, an event that quickly sparked renewed discussions on what this movement could mean for XRP's future. The transfer, worth tens of millions of dollars, has caught the attention of both market participants and analysts, leading to a surge of speculation about its potential impact on XRP's price. What makes this transaction so intriguing is not just its sheer size, but its mysterious destination. The XRP didn't flow to an exchange where it could be sold off or traded, but instead was moved to a private wallet. This kind of transaction is often a red flag that something bigger might be happening under the surface. Perhaps whales, institutional investors, or Ripple's strategic partners making calculated moves in preparation for something significant. As Z, a prominent crypto commentator, pointed out, big movements like this always raise eyebrows. And it's true. Whenever a large amount of XRP is moved between wallets without any clear public explanation, the crypto community can't help but speculate. Is this an accumulation of XRP by institutional players looking to lock in their holdings before a major price surge? Or could it be that Ripple or one of its partners is positioning itself for a significant increase in demand for XRP? There's also the possibility that Ripple's partners are behind the transfer when large liquidity providers reallocate funds. It's not always about pushing the price up in the short term, but rather about preparing for increased demand in the future. These movements could signal that institutions are gearing up for greater use of XRP in their cross-border transactions, which could eventually drive up its price. And the only question remaining is, what are your thoughts on that? Are you bullish on XRP Ripple token? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section. Would be curious to know. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content and found it valuable, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment with your thoughts or questions.